this edition of Car and Driver.
Question: what do you do if you already build the undisputed champion of sport trucks that's been out dominating the streets and the drag strips for the last 2 years? Well, if you're Ford's Special Vehicle Engineering team, for 2001, you add a bit more to the F-150 Lightning. A little more style, a bit more in handling, and of course you add more horses. I gotta tell you, we just don't expect this at a truck event. Autocross competition among the journalists on the invite list. This is the kind of event for a new sports car like the Corvette Z06 or the Cobra R. But here we are, smoking around the cones in the new Lightning, because John Coletti wants us to find out how much the handling is improved by the addition of Bilstein shocks.
We started using Bilstein shocks in the Cobra R, and we found that the Bilstein shocks were giving us this tremendous ride quality. In other words, we gave up nothing in handling, yet we were picking up all this plushness, and we said, let's try them on the Lightning. And voila, we ended up with a truck that's plusher, more, it's got a nicer ride, and yet we've given up nothing in handling.
And the 2001 Lightning does have a better ride. It's still a pickup, but it's more compliant than before. Then there are the styling changes, new horizontal bars in the grille and fascia, and crystal lights on all corners for a more distinctive look, and even tiny SVT lettering on the bulb shields in the clear headlights. But the big change is under the hood, where the 5.4-liter 16-valve V8 now makes 20 more horses and 10 more pound-feet of torque, thanks to a more open intake and a larger intercooler under the Eaton blower. You now get 380 horses and 450 pound-feet of torque. And no tire ever made can keep that planted if you stand on it. The new power and a lower final drive ratio produce some amazing numbers. 0 to 60 is now 5.2. And the quarter is gone in 13.8 at 104 miles per hour. Incredible in a 4,700-pound truck with the aerodynamics of a brick. And SVE has also improved stopping, a 12-foot improvement over the 2000 model at 185 feet. Inside, things are pretty much the same, with the twin high-back bench seat done in suede cloth and with decent bolstering for support. The instruments are white-faced with a boost gauge upper right. The stereo is potent and the HVAC controls are straight away. The only change is a new grab handle, named the Judy Coletti handle.
Well, what happened was in 1999, I got one of these things, and I like to drive aggressively, as you might imagine. And my poor wife was trying to hang on for her life, see? So she's flying all over the place. She says, can't you do something about this?
So John came to work and told the staff, we need a handle.
Now she'll have the ability to hang on for dear life.
And all the other wives out there.
And all the other wives. I think this, it all goes back to her first comment.
That's because, like John Coletti, the guys who will shortly hit the streets in the new Lightning are also likely to be driving aggressively, looking for some kind of challenge at the next stoplight when there still isn't one from anybody else.
And I feel bad because, when we bring all you journalists out here, we can't show you a competitive vehicle. There just isn't anything.
Well, that's one more.
And that means I got to have more Lightnings on the trip, which really strains our budget, and it's, it's terrible.
So it's like Moss's fault. He doesn't have anything.
Yeah, it's his fault. If he'd only get with the program or, the Dodge boys or wherever those guys are,
But that's the way it is, as the new Lightnings start heading to the 600 Ford dealers who sell SVT products. And if you shop on a $1 per horsepower basis, there's nothing else that comes close. At $32,500, there is not one other production truck or car that can compete. It does continue to be a bit puzzling that there still is no factory competition to the Lightning. Nothing yet from Chevy or Dodge to challenge the king of sport truck performance, which is one of the reasons there will be more Lightnings available in 2001. 7,500 this year. Because right now, if you want sport truck action, Ford is the only option.
For more information on today's stories, log on to caranddriver.com, the enthusiast automotive resource.
Well, I've still got a few more streets that could stand to be painted with a new coat of rubber, but we have come to the last page of this edition of Car and Driver. For all of us, I'm Jim Scout, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.